The reason I do not live in cities anymore, or I will never live in cities anymore, though I will visit them, is this stuff. I'm caught in traffic in Houston. Houston's almost worse than LA. It's growing. It's the third largest city in the nation. I'm off to pick up somebody at the airport, an old friend of mine. I'm in Houston for a month doing some stuff. Um, as I'm stuck here in traffic on a beautiful, let's see, it's about 6 o'clock, 95 degrees, clear sky. Thinking about things that I've mentioned before on the world, is there seems to be an acceleration of revelations. That's how I term it. Meaning, well, people can look at it two ways. A lot of the people who are like pretty close-minded and not awake say, well, the conspiracy theorists have run amok. But the conspiracy theorists like me is we're just aware. We're people that are aware and do the research and don't take what they are telling us. We want to know why, and we do the research. And so through all that and everything that I've talked about over the years, COVID, all that, we're coming upon the truth. A lot of things that have been hidden from us. And many people in my circle say everything we've been taught is a one big fat lie. Now, that's a generalization, but it goes to things that I've noticed the last year, that in archaeology, they're finding things in archaeology they'd never found before. Why all of a sudden this last year? It could be very coincidental. I know, I'm not trying to be, but these are like major discoveries, like swords intact found when they weren't supposed to be there, human remains of a species that never found before. Cities, they're mapping out in South America now with the new infrared. A lot of it's great. It could be new technology, all that. It needs to come out, but it just seems odd that it's all coming out suddenly now. Space stuff, all sorts of things. But it's just, again, to become aware. And now we've got the big alien thing going on. And for years, deny. UFOs, you're all crazy conspiracy theorists. Well, the Pentagon's acknowledged it. The military's basically acknowledged it. Governments from around the world have acknowledged it. There was someone in Mexico that came out last week showing supposedly mummified alien remains. But it's a theme. So there's a lot more sightings, air quotes here, of unidentified flying objects. Those could be anything, but there's more and more sightings and being captured. So why is all this flurry of activity happening suddenly? Does it mean that people are just more aware? It's the information's getting out more readily? Is it a reason that this is all happening now? These are all questions people like myself ask. You try to look at all sides. The alien thing is a big thing because that, when shown, so the far, one side says aliens have been walking among us for years. We are descendants of extraterrestrials, all sorts of things. Other sides say there's reverse engineering. The military has done reverse engineering of alien tech that's brought all sorts of new energy and new flying devices. So a lot of it is ours, supposedly. There's a lot out there that's unconfirmed. I couldn't tell you what's right or wrong. I'm just always open to anything and waiting for proof. But the thing about alien has always intrigued me, because if it shows that aliens have been among us, extraterrestrials, maybe people like us, maybe people not like us, maybe beings not like us, it could really change the paradigm for so many things, religion being the first one. Because there's many religions say we're the only ones, heaven is only for us, some religions say it's just for men, women secondary, a lot of things, but it can shift the paradigm on so many things that we as a general population and human beings for centuries have deemed to be pretty human centric. Like everything's ours and there's nothing else out there except us human beings, which I've always thought is pretty shallow thinking, short-minded thinking. But just, it's to ponder that if it comes out, when it comes out actually, that there are extraterrestrial beings that have been around us, that have been watching us for a long time, how does that affect the spiritual aspect? Just that alone, and the religious aspect, and all that. It's mind-boggling to a lot of people. I'm okay with it because I've thought about these things for decades, but it's something to think about. There's so much on the table coming out right now. I say it all the time. Keep your eyes wide open. Be prepared for anything. And it goes back to what I talked about incessantly. Ground yourself. Find your peace. So when this stuff comes at you, and it's coming out more and more on so many levels, you're able to at least decide what's right or wrong for you, true or not true, but at least keep your grounding, keep your peace. A lot of people won't be able to take it. Even the COVID thing, I'm already having people I know, they're understanding the truth now, who were so diehard COVID people, taking the shots and realizing they may have made a mistake. And just coming to grips with that level alone, they're not handling it too well, a lot of them, as that truth starts coming out. So there's many things. Eyes wide open. Talk soon.